Hello everyone, and welcome back to All the Mods 6 to the Sky. We're back here. And I'm pretty excited. This whole system has, I guess, been running while I've been on the server doing stuff, trying to get the server running a little bit better. And this guy is fully heated up. Oh, no, apparently he's still going higher. He's at 600 degrees Celsius, right? And you might think that's pretty cool, and it is. This guy over here is also at 600 degrees Celsius, and the negative temperature's gone up as well to 271, which means we're getting three I still don't know what it's called. 3 bars of energy, three pressures. We have 3 units of pressure, and this guy has charged up as well, which means we can do a few things. One of them being we should, in theory, be able to get some iron, place that there, and we should see it go in. Okay, that's opening. The iron's placed in. It's compressed, then it's taken out by that guy, and all of the pressure should remain the same, but we should also get a little piece of compressed goodie. I think I have to make this extract, and then we get it. Yeah, compressed iron. And did the pressure change? It might have. In fact, I think we can check it here. Pressure. You can see the air. The pressure's currently at 2.98. Let's oh, we don't have any on us. 2.98. Okay. So let's chuck this in and see what it's at. Ah, did you see that? It actually did go down by 0.01. So it used up a little bit of the air to, I guess, compress it or something, but hey, that's still pretty good. That's still pretty good. So this episode, there's something I want to try and do, and that is, I actually want to see how hard it is to do the hopper botany pots, but going through the Pneumaticraft route instead of the Botania route. Because the Botania route, it's not particularly hard, it's just, you need to do a lot of progress in setting up. You need to make a lot of mana. Like, we only just now have enough to make another bit of Terra Steel if we want, right? So it's pretty ridiculous. There's a lot of stuff going on here, but for me personally, it was really fun to set up. I really enjoyed this whole dynamic as opposed to just the magic stuff. I'm not the biggest magic fan, but I can appreciate it. But this stuff is very fun. Lots of cables, lots of managing. I enjoy it. I looked through and it didn't look that hard. Now, that's coming from someone who's literally just looked at how we go about getting these printed circuits. But they don't... When you go through it all, they're not actually too hard. Like, these ones are just recipes in the pressure chamber. They don't need much pressure. They only need one. What was the other thing? So that's the transistor. The capacitors are the same sort of thing. A little bit of slime or coagulated blood. And all that stuff. So the main problem for these guys are plastic, which is what I'm going to try and tackle soon. We do plastic by getting molten plastic, which we get from this guy, the thermo-pneumatic processing plant, with some LPG. So the LPG is stuff we have. The thermo plant or whatever, you know, we can make that stuff pretty easily. So next on the list would be these unassembled PCBs. And these are made with an empty PCB that has been charged in a UV light, so that's just an extra step. But the empty PCB, if we can figure out how to get it, is made just with this stuff. A little bit of gold, some more of this plastic. So plastic is apparently an integral part of all of this operation. So in order to charge this PCB, which gives it the success to work, you need this guy, right? There's a big rabbit hole, but they all make sense. You need this guy, a PCB blueprint, which you get from an Amadron tablet. There was lots of AMs and OMs in that sentence. So we'll have to figure out this guy. And then there's the etching tank, which we can make pretty well. The etching tank as well, though, needs etching acid. Not a clue. So we'll have to cross those bridges when we get there. So at the moment, 2 things we need. One is plastic, and the other is this Amadron tablet. But the tablet needs plastic, so it looks like plastic is our first step. So we need this guy. A thermo-pneumatic processing plant. There we go. That's the warm-up. That's the plan for the episode. Let's try and work through all those. Okay, so it's actually in the quest book, so we can read about it. This machine can work the same way as the refinery, but with extra steps. So the refinery is this guy here, this massive output thing, and this guy. So all this guy needed was crude oil and heat. I think the pneumatic thing uses LPG, so I assume maybe LPG and heat as well. Do we actually have LPG in any of these? I don't think we do. No, we have lava in this guy, and then once he runs out of lava, I think kerosene or diesel is going from one of these. Or maybe it's LPG that I had hooked up. I kind of don't want that anymore then, if that's the case. Let's disconnect the LPG. So LPG, I believe, is the top one. I think that's how this works. So, in fact, I think if I crouch, I can check it. Yeah, there's LPG in that. So, yeah, that can stay there. Let's try and make this... Oh, actually, no, I was still reading, wasn't I? I'm losing my train of thought. It is the main machine to get Pneumaticraft plastic. Beautiful. The Amazon tablet might get lubricant, but for automation, it is best to use this machine. Okay. Plus, you don't need to use crude oil to get plastic using this, as it provides ethanol and plant oil for the fluid mixer. Okay. Alright, so... And then, is this guy the fluid mixer? Yeah, okay. Okay, let's get crafting. So, first things first, this guy, what does he need? He needs all of them, pretty much. So, some of these slabs, that's easy enough. And then he needs 2 small fluid tanks. Can we do that? Apparently we can. There we go, that's nice and easy. Craft this bad boy. Okay, so, he uses pressure, perhaps, because it does say the max pressure. Use coal. Heavy fuels can be cracked into lighter ones. This means diesel can be turned into kerosene, kerosene into gasoline, and gasoline into LPG. Okay. So what this means is we can turn all of these things, all of these ones, so the kerosene and diesel, into these other resources. So we can either turn it into more fuel, so more gasoline, or we can turn gasoline into more LPG. So that is very interesting. They all seem to intermingle. Alright, so if we look here, there's a number of things we can see. The recipe we're after, I think, is this one. So either biodiesel or LPG. This is what we're probably going to be doing. So LPG plus coal gives you molten plastic, but also there's a temperature thing. Now, I'm not 100% sure if the temperature is something we're going to have to hook up, like if I'm going to have to attach it to this guy, or if the temperature happens from the coal that we put in it, right? I'm not entirely sure. If it's temperature, though, I wonder if I could slap it here, and it will draw temperature from this guy. Do you reckon that would work? Has this actually started... Did this just lose a bunch of temperature because I broke this block here, and that was, like, insulating it? I think it did. In fact, let me make another one of these glass touch buttons to place on the face of this guy, because I think that helps insulate it, just by having a block there. So, yeah, let me try and do that. What was the glass button? This guy here. So, this guy. Boom. We need a button. Now, keep in mind, I could just place a button on it, or not. But in theory, you know, I could just place a button there. But I'm going for this button that looks nice, right? So glass button, and then I place that in my inventory, and I craft it until it's shaped like this. And then I place that there, and I think that helps to insulate it. Yeah, you can already see the cold temperatures skyrocketing. It's getting a lot colder, which is very, very good. I'm going to quickly place this guy down. So here's how it's looking. It looks pretty cool. I definitely don't want to be overlooking the fact that all of these textures look absolutely beautiful. All of them are 3D, much like most Mechanisms machines. They look so beautiful. Like, look at this. It's honestly a very beautiful mod pack. There are a lot of very beautiful blocks here. Like, look at these. Everything's... The progression of, like, the mod packs all throughout history, they all just start looking better. All the mods get better and better, all 3D. I love it. I reckon it's really cool. It's better than just blocks. But even then, the blocks, some of them can look pretty cool. Like, this guy's technically just a block, right? But then he just has these extra little details. And it ends up looking really cool. So, let's see how this guy's going. So, already, he's heated up. He's taken some of the heat from this guy. It's passed all the way through. And he's now heated up. So, that's fine. We don't even have to worry about that anymore. As for the LPG, let's get some fluid pipes. We might have to reroute this whole system. And I'll show you what I mean in a second if I make some more pipes here. Alright, so what I'm thinking is we could probably pick these guys up. So this guy and this guy, right? Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Oh no, we've just made a big mess. How much pressure did we lose? Did we lose any pressure from here? No. Okay, so I think we just lost the pressure that was like in the pipes and stuff. Even then, I don't think we lost that much. Oh my god. Okay. I need to be a lot more careful when I'm doing stuff like that. Basically, what I want to do is get the stuff out of here and place them into actual tanks so that we can have a lot better storage and stuff. And I think these singularity tanks are actually pretty good. Now, I know that... Well, actually, you know what? Why don't we get some tanks from the mod, right? I'm pretty sure Pneumaticraft would have their own tanks. Alrighty, here we go. So, I think we can get these guys. It looks like, what do we need? More iron bars. That is perfectly fine. We can do that. Get some of these. And yeah. That's pretty much it, right? Now, where am I going to put these? Where are we going to store the liquids? Because I kind of want to look at them because I think they're pretty cool, but I also want to be able to use them. So they need to be in a spot where we can access them and they look good. The look good part isn't the most important, but it also kind of is, you know? I'm thinking we could probably place them like here. Now, a problem that I know of is I think that these guys can multi-block somehow. So I'm a little bit worried. And the other thing is, this probably won't work all too well. Let me pick up these top ones and turn on our magnet maybe. That would probably help a little bit. Place stuff like this and run the fluid pipe along the top. Is that going to look good? We can also run the fluid pipe at the back. I'm sure we can change where some of these pipes are. Yeah, quite easily. Yeah, you want to complain. There we go. Yeah, you know what? Let's run around back. We might as well make things look good while we're working on it. Alrighty, let's connect them back here. And that should work fine. We should see gasoline in here, gasoline in there, gasoline in there, and gasoline in there. Nice. That is definitely not what we wanted. It's because I've got this not hooked up the greatest, don't I? Alright, let me empty some of these. So by doing this, we should now have only gasoline in here. We have 30 of it. Beautiful. Let's now unleash, say, the LPG. Right? You know what? I should probably rearrange these as well. Let's have them in order, right? So gasoline would go here. LPG would go here, right? Okay. Alright, I think we've actually got it working. So now I unlock this one. So this guy's going to be whatever the next one is. So that would be kerosene. So... Oh, I've just realized as well, it's going to be really awkward to draw the liquids from this without having the top open as well. So the whole making it look good part isn't even going to work. But it's fine, it's fine. So this guy will be... This guy, there we go. That should work. Make sure it's all in there. And then the last one. And you can see it drain. And you can actually see all the liquids, except for, apparently, the gasoline. I guess we don't have enough of it, but it'll look really cool. But my problem, again, is just the piping is going to be really ugly, and I really didn't want the piping to be ugly, but I guess it's fine. I'm getting a little bit too picky. So this should be working. Let me double check that this stuff down here is working, because I'm surprised we don't have more. I think it is, yeah. It's just a little bit slow. Alrighty, I figured I'd do some pre-planning, so I've placed these cables here and disconnected them all. And then what that'll allow us to do is, say, for the gasoline, bring it down here. And we can place our liquid compressor. And that should connect, and that will put all the gasoline in there if we hook this guy up to be extracting. So there we go. All the gasoline, empty. It's all in here. Beautiful. Yeah, the rest of this cabling is going to be a little bit weird as well. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So, first things first, getting LPG into this guy. So, LPG is this pipe here. So, oh my god. You know what? I really didn't make this easy on myself at all. How can I make it easier? Alright, here's the new setup. I've moved it over there, so that'll allow us to access this side pretty easily, and this left side pretty easily if we need to. Beautiful. The gasoline, well, I guess, yeah, it's going to be still a little bit tricky for some of these things, like... If I want the gasoline, I'm probably going to do something like this. Just to make it a little bit easier on myself. Oh, it's very ugly. It'll be fine. I need really more fluid pipes? I shouldn't be too surprised. Okay, so, I mean, this works. It's definitely not pretty, but in its own way, it kind of is. At least on this side, it will be. Right? We can put walls up. Everything's going to be fine. Let's get back to business. This guy needs LPG. So that should actually be pretty easy to get now. All I have to do is this. And that should connect, and then I can extract there. And as you can see, we have a bunch of LPG going into that left side. He's got enough heat. He will need some pressure, so we're probably going to need some more pipes for that. Or I think they're called tubes, right? Yes, I remember. Beautiful. Let's probably craft some more if we can. Oh, pressing all the wrong things. Pressure tube. Place this guy here and here. So now we should see the pressure go up. Beautiful. Wonderful. Exactly what we want. And then last but not least, we grab, say, a stack of coal, chuck this in there, and as you can see, it's producing. Now, it's actually using up quite a bit of temperature when it does this, which could be bad, because it could mean that it takes the temperature away from here. Which could be a problem, but it also might not be. I'm not too sure. Warnings. 2 of them are exposed to air. Okay, so we're probably going to need more of these little buttons just to place around the side to stop the air problem. Once again, I have muted myself. It is fine. I'm pretty sure I told you about most of this stuff. Essentially, this guy we hooked up, right? Put the LPG in, put some coal in, and he made 10 buckets worth. And I was trying to figure out how to get the buckets out. And it turns out you right-click with a bucket on that tank. I'm pretty sure I right-clicked on the left tank and nothing happened. So I don't know if it's specifically, if it can tell whereabouts on the block I right-click, but hey, it seemed to work. And then in order to chill this guy, we can apparently place him on the ground, like just in the world, or we can put it into an inventory. And they suggested using a heat frame, so we're going to go ahead and try and get a heat frame. And server's going to restart soon, but that should be fine. So a heat frame is a furnace and some compressed iron, right? Compressed iron, yeah. And so then what we're going to do is I'm actually going to break this guy here, this touch button. I'm going to place the chest here with a heat frame on it. So I just shift right clicked. And then what that does is it transfers the temperature, in this case cold, onto this heat frame, making this block, as you can see, this chest, at a temperature of negative 100 plus degrees. Which means I should be able to place this guy in. Boom. Chilled instantly. So I'm sure there's probably ways we can easily automate this. In fact, I think we could really easily automate it with where is the guy? It's one of these blocks. The fluid encapsulator. This guy can automatically input and output, so we could place it exactly right here, and it would input the liquid, output in there. And that should be pretty simple. But at the moment, we can just do this manually to get our plastic, and that's actually extremely simple. I'm pleasantly surprised. So how much did we need for this Amazon tablet? We need at least 7. The GPS tool needs that, so we need 11. And then what else did he need? I think it was an air canister. Okay, so we just need 7. Nope. Why did I say 7? Wait, 7? No, 11. It rhymed, that's why. We need 11 bits of plastic, which I think we have. I think we have enough of that. Ooh. Look at that. Sometimes you get 1. Sometimes you get 2. Interesting. They did mention on here, using a heat frame might get you better results. I wonder if it's to do with how cold it is. I'd probably have to look it up to know for sure, but I guess we can keep doing this. Seems to be working fine. Every so often we get double. I'm trying to do it quickly to see if we still get 2. Yeah, we still got 2. So we got 2, then we got 1, then we got 2, and that was in rapid succession, so I don't think it's to do with how cold the block is. I think it's just a chance. So here we go. 12 plastic sheets. Amazon tablet. GPS tool. There we go. So, what else did it need? The GPS tool requires a glass pane. Oh, yeah, and I couldn't take my glass panes out, could I? You know what? I need to figure out where these glass panes are. Because I noticed last episode, the glass panes I couldn't take out. So, they're somewhere. I just have absolutely no idea where. Also, what is that on the map? Is that under the map? Is that just down there? What is that? Do you guys see this thing on my map? Oh, it's an alpaca. Okay, yeah, sure. Back to the whole glass situation. Where is this? Where could it possibly be? I'm trying to look at all my storages for where this glass pane is picked up in my network, but doesn't. It's not anywhere. Oh, it's here. In the interface import. But why isn't it putting it in my system? I have plenty of storage. It's on exact mode. Insert and extract. Blacklist. Whitelist. Items. Ignore signal. The priority is -10. What if I just do 0? Does that make it a little bit better? You know what? I think this guy maybe had a higher priority. Yeah, I think this guy right here, somehow, I guess because I can't set the priority for him, had a higher priority for storage. Oh, I set it on this guy, don't I? Yeah, okay. So this, okay. So this guy should be -20. Then I could make this guy be -10 for whatever. I don't remember why I had it -10, but I guess it was for a reason. And that should work now. Okay. Everything, we're back in business. I fixed my storage issue. Glass panes exist again. We're back in business. Now, I think it's just an air canister. There we go. And we should be able to make an Amazon tablet. Now, and the server's rebooting, so I'll continue that thought process right after this. Alrighty, so I was a little bit confused by what this was for a second. In order to get this guy running, we need to charge him up. So I think we need a charging station, which doesn't look too tricky, assuming we have bricks, which we do. Let's see if we can make this charging station. Oh, we need slabs. Should be easy enough. Boom. Charging station. Bada bing, bada boom. And this guy needs to be attached to our network of, pressure, I guess. So I guess I place it here. It gets hooked up. I can open him up, place in the tablet, and he starts getting charged. In theory. Yeah, looks like it's working. Yeah, he has a little bit of pressure in him. He has 0.3 bars. If I take this out then, because I don't really understand. Oh, did I take it out? Did I just void it? Nope. Okay, I've got it here. All right. He sounds a little bit confusing with how he works. The way I understand it is you put an input and an output, so a pickup and a drop-off, right? And you could do this with chests. So let me get a few more chests. We're going to have quite a bit of these going on. 1, 2. Let me also grab a bunch of emeralds. Apparently it's like a villager system, but a little bit cooler. So how does this work? Pick up, drop off point with the tablet. Okay, so how does this work? Right click on it. Okay. Slot interaction. Left click, right click, shift click. Okay. There's a disclaimer. Cannot accept responsibility for damage. Okay. Okay. Custom trades. 0 offers used. Add a custom player trade. No problems. Information. Okay. By right-clicking the inventory and or tank with the tablet. So I'm meant to be able to set a location with the tablet to do these things. First off, what are we even after? We're after this guy, a PCB blueprint, right? Okay. Orders in basket. So, oh, I shift right click. Did you hear that? It went boop, 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 or something like that. Okay. Okay. Can I set like 2 different locations? I'm not too sure, but in theory, I place the emeralds in here. I pull open my tablet, and it shows us what we can get. So we can get these different things, these programs, right? But I want a PCB blueprint, so do I just click on this? How does this work? Oh, not enough pressure. Okay. All right. Oh, I can't even open it. I guess while it's open, it uses up some pressure, so... Okay. We need to be a little bit faster, I guess. All right, let me have this guy charge up a little bit, and we'll have another shot at it. All right, let's have another crack at this. So, how does this work? You're meant to be able to place an order. Order the items in the basket. A drone will come to retrieve your payment, and another to deliver your purchased items. Okay, so I would like this. So how do I do it? How do I get it to happen? Amazon. PCB blueprint. So PCB. Okay. I don't know. I'm spam clicking. Place order. I can't seem to figure it out. Orders in basket. 0. Okay. How do I make this order go in my basket? I'm not too sure. Pick up drop-off locations must be specified by right-clicking in inventory and or tank with the thing. Slot interaction. Right-click. Okay, so right-click adds 1. Okay. You know what? It helps to read. So there we go. We can left-click to say we don't want any. We can right-click to say we want 1. Let's ask for... How many can we do? Let's ask for 4. Place the order. Okay. The order's been placed. We could actually see this through the map. This counts as like the basket, I guess, right? And so something's meant to... Oh, here we go. A drone comes up. It picks up our stuff and... Oh. And it disappears. And then I believe it should return with our stuff. Now, I can actually see it on the map. Am I meant to be able to see it on the map? I guess. Okay, well... Oh, poof. It's gone back into the amazing dimension from whence it came. Okay. And then I don't know how long it takes, but... Oh! Did it just shoot the stuff directly? Okay, it shot some space laser that put stuff directly into our chest, and we have the PCBs. Okay. Yeah, I mean, of course that's how stuff... Okay. It made the noise again, and that time it was a little bit scary for some reason. Alright. Well, that's pretty cool. So essentially it's like villages, but a little bit cooler, because it uses drones. I think that's exactly how they describe it. Similar to villager trading, except trades are delivered via drones, which is way more awesome than villagers. Yeah, that's what it says. Okay. So the PCB, we can use this to make the UV light box. Let's give it a shot. Let's get back in action, see if we can get this stuff done. It looks like, ooh, we don't actually have any more compressed iron. So let me go ahead and see how difficult it is, or in particular, how much pressure it will use to chuck this guy in. So I would like a stack of you processed. So due to our pipes, which only do 4 items every 20 ticks, it only does 4 at a time. So we can't see how much it would do all at once, but it works. Let's grab our compressed stuff. That's enough at least to make the UV light box, and then while the rest of this is working, surely it'll catch up. So I think you might actually, you know what? I think we can do blocks. So how about we try that first, right? Let's get, oh, how many blocks do we want? Let's just get, you know, quite a few. Chuck these in, see if that works. The blocks have gone in. This is probably going to use a lot of pressure, right? 2.48. The blocks are going in. They're going out. And we're at 2.42. Okay. Honestly, not too bad. Alright. UV light box. So we're going to need some redstone lamps for this, which means we're going to need some actual glowstone. So we'll get 3 of these. That should not be a problem. Get the redstone lamps themselves. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. And then the UV light box. Wonderful. So this guy, this machine exposes empty PCBs to UV light, making them ready for processing in an etching tank. The longer you expose a PCB, the better the chance that the PCB will be successfully etched. But note, also, that progress becomes slower as the process continues. Okay. You can configure a threshold at which PCBs are considered completed. You could set this low to process items quickly, accepting the chance of failed etching. The failed PCBs can be recycled in a blast furnace or for another attempt. Okay, so if I put my empty PCB into a UV light, it'll make it'll charge it. If I put it directly into a an etching tank, it'll have a chance to succeed or a chance to fail. If it fails, we can put it in a blast furnace, a Minecraft blast furnace apparently, and get the PCB back. So that's not a problem. This we can craft probably. So yeah. I guess this guy needs some power, and by power I mean some pressure. Now, where does this guy get placed? It's a machine, but I can't place it on the ground. Does it connect directly to a cable? It does. Okay. This looks nice and fancy. It's connected to the pressure. You can set the threshold here. Should we go... What should we go to? I'm thinking 50%, right? We chuck as many of these as we can in here to get the 50%, and we leave it as that. Now, we're going to need to actually make some of these things, so let's go ahead and process some of this stuff, right? Probably all of it. So let me do that real quick. Yeah, so I have the plastic sheets. Now, the empty PCB, if we remember, is plastic sheet, 3 gold nuggets, 2 redstone torches. So, I guess we'll do 2 for now, redstone torch. Let's get 4 of these. And then 6 gold nuggets. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. And then I guess I put them all in here with 2 plastic sheets. Let's see how this goes. So, boom. Place them all there. And I think they just sort of sit in the middle before they get output, right? I'm pretty sure. I guess we'll see. Yep. So, oh. Did it get output? No, it's still sitting there. It's just a little bit hard to see. So next in should be the redstone torches. So I think they're going in now. There they go. And I think you can put multiple inputs on this guy. So we could have them all go in at once technically, which we might want to look at. The only problem I can see is the fact that we'll lose all this pressure. So I'd have to do it before I wrap up the episode. Unless there's a way to take all the compressed air out and put it back in later. But there we go. It actually appears to have worked. Using up some of the pressure. I think it'll use up a little bit more again in a second, so we can probably watch this guy. Maybe. Oh, yep, there it goes. Okay. I'm not too sure, but... Oh, we get 3 per, I think. So, this will be very interesting. Oh, I didn't mean to drop that. Pick it up, please. Okay, I'm enjoying this. This mod is very, very fun. Let's chuck this in. So, it can do... Oh, wow. That's scary to look at, but... Oh, my God. That is all... Outside, it's awesome to look at. Inside, it's kind of... I mean, it's realistic, I guess. If you're looking into a UV light box, it's going to be pretty scary to look at. So, it actually charges pretty quickly, but once again, it says it slows down as it goes. So far, so good. Everything seems to be working fine. You can do some redstone controls, some upgrades. That's pretty cool. It only takes 1 at a time, which makes sense. I thought there'd maybe be like a buffer in here, but if we want to automate this, we'll need some pipes, but that looks really cool. You know what I'm thinking as well? I'm thinking we could do like 25 or something. You know what? Let me just do one for now, right? One that's this low, the other one can keep charging. That should be fine. In fact, let's have it set up with a pipe, an item pipe. Just in case it finishes, I don't want it to just be like sitting in there done. I would like it to be extracted into another chest. I think that would make the most sense. So let's grab this. Let's perhaps place the chest here. That should be fine. There shouldn't be anything weird. Oh, that is a little bit weird, isn't it? Let's maybe place this and do this. I think that's fine. I don't know. It looks a little bit weird. I didn't really want them to connect, but I kind of forgot that that's what happens. I think that's fine. Okay, so next thing is the etching tank, and that was definitely a sentence. So let's see what we have and what we need. So all we need is this bottom stuff. So we need some more slabs, apparently. We need a lot of those every so often. We need reinforced bricks. So there we go, brick walls. We need a small fluid tank, which apparently needs a little bit more compressed iron, but we should actually have that in here. We do. Beautiful. So place this here. Grab ourselves a tank. And we should now have an etching tank. Beautiful. Now, I assume inside here it will tell us. Because it just says fill it with etching acid. But I don't really know. Okay. But etching acid will be slowly used when heated. Okay. So you can heat it above 50 degrees Celsius to have it be faster, but it will start using the etching acid. Okay. But, I mean, I'm fine with doing that. I'm fine with heating it up. My problem is, I don't really know what I'm meant to do. How do you put etching acid in here? I'm not too sure. Let's break this guy. Let's also break this glass button. And place the etching tank here. Does the heat transfer? It does. That is beautiful. I still think that's really, really cool. Etching acid. Problems. Fill the tank with some etching acid. Okay. No, just fill it with some etching acid, obviously. Etching acid. Okay. How do you get it? How do you get it? Okay. Ooh. There actually is a way to do it. Use molten plastic, a bucket of it. 2 gunpowder, 2 rotten flesh, and 2 spider eyes. Interesting. Very interesting. Because I don't think I have a lot of this stuff. I don't really have a mob farm at the moment. So that's going to be a little bit tricky for me to do. Of course. Of course that's how it's done. Etching acid. Let's bookmark this bucket. Okay. Is there a different way to do it? No, not really. Okay. So basically, I need to set up some sort of farm. The rotten flesh shouldn't be too hard. The spiders are going to be a little bit annoying, aren't they? I feel like they are. Let's search spider. Is there spider bait? Spider bees, obviously. In fact, can I make the bee? Fermented spider eye, dragon scales, fine silk. You actually can make a bee. I wouldn't say easily, but you know, it's doable. It's doable at some point in my life. Compressed cobble with a spider bee, very interesting. Spider spawn eggs. You can craft these with spider charm fragments, which once again need to already exist in order to make it. Okay. Spider seeds. You need to capture spiders in order to do that. But I mean, capturing 4 spiders might be doable, right? I could definitely capture 4 spiders and then get ourselves a spider seed, right? With a little bit of essence. Solium seeds, are they going to be tricky? Solium. You get this from soul sand. I mean, it's all doable. But I don't think it's doable this episode. That's all I'll say. Yeah. Spider eye. These things. What do they drop from? Just from spiders. Okay. So next episode, I'm going to need... Well, at least if I want to progress with this etching acid, I'm going to need to set up either a mob grinder or something. I'm not too sure. I'm going to have to figure this out. Maybe even just a dark room, right? I could set up a dark room, wait for stuff to spawn, kill them, or I guess at that point I might as well make it into some sort of grinder. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Well, anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It helps me out quite a bit. I'm quite enjoying this mod. I'm not enjoying the fact that I'm going to have to make a mob farm. I always hate doing it. But hey, if it has to be done, it has to be done. If you want to help support the channel, You can do so a number of ways. Obviously, just by watching, that's good enough, to be honest. But if you want to be extra generous, you can become a channel member. You can support me over on Discord. There's some donation links there and whatnot. If you want to join the server and come play and build a base, you can do that too. All that information is in the Discord as well. And I think that's it. Hopefully that's it. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.